Hello, Digidestins. This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, bringing you a deck profile that everyone's been requesting. Well, we kind of been trying to start leaning to some budget decks you guys can play to kind of just get you in the right steps to playing in a cheaper format where you could still win with these decks, and then I'll show you some upgrades that you can do to help get you into the game when you get the more money to accommodate it. So without further ado, let's dive right into the showcase scene. So we have ShineGreymon as our first budget deck. So again, this deck is a very wombo combo deck. Really powerful, really devastating when your opponent can't handle it. ShineGreymon's winning image is basically resting your red tamers for security +1. So what does that mean? So we gotta play cards like Sora. I know people are like, Sora's such a bad card. Well, Sora's actually really good. When one of your red tamers attacks a player, you may suspend this tamer to gain 2000 DP for the turn. So one of our red Digimon, which we'll give to ShineGreymon, which triggers his effect. So each one of these instances trigger. So if we can get multiple Soras out, multiple Marcuses out, really does help out. So again, definitely take it into effect because again, Marcus gives us 3 memory, and one of our Digimon with Greymon in its name, other than Doro Burning, Dexu Greymon, spend this tamer, gain 1000 DP. Really useful. Then here's the thing. I'm sorry that it looks like a $300 sticker price. It's only $107. The problem is this is pulling from the alt art, which they need to fix because I don't understand why they keep pulling this art. Because watch, if I remove the Gaia Forces, it's $87 total. Add in the Gaia Forces from TCG Player, you get about a $10 card. So just letting you guys know that Gaia Force is in the deck, and that's why it's not budget. So just putting it back there just so that we have it, just so you know. So let's go over the grade 1s. Digimon's in here. While this card is 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Poyomon is in there. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1000 DP. So again, we could play. There's going to be cards I can recommend. But again, we're just playing Poyomon just because Digimon's in here. And you can play Koromon. Anything for this one deck. Like, there's nothing you cannot play. Then we play Agumon to try to add one of our massive 8 targets to our hand, because Agumon definitely helps out with that. And then we do have Agumon that is for Digiburst, because we do play ShineGreymon, which will help delete some of our opponent's blockers or champions. Then we also do play Ridemyavatar. For the facts of the matter is that Rise lets us play our tamer for free for Digiburst, and when we Digivolve, we can minus 2000 DP. So ShineGreymon goes off minus 4000. So delete one of our opponents with 4000 DP. So we can do this and then have a Geo on the back burner that goes off by Digibursting 2. And now we delete our opponent's Digimon that is now a 6000 DP, 4000 DP. So again, killing off blockers, that's the combo that you're going to be doing. We play Fugamon. You could play Dark Tyrannomon, but it doesn't really matter. We want a cheap one play just so that we can get into ShineGreymon very fast. So again, 3-drop this turn 1, then Digivolve into Volcandramon, giving an excessive amount of security. Then we get ShineGreymon Digivolving on top of it. So a grand total of pretty much 3 card 9 memory total just to do this, and you get a ShineGreymon out with skipping out the rookie phase, which is really good. And then we have Agumon in here to be Agumon. Then Korjamon's in here to be the blocker we always want him to be. Greymon's in here to be Greymon. Then we have Volcandramon in here. I mean, Lavagaritamon, because again, it is a 2-cost ultimate. Sometimes speeding up is really good just to get into Shine if they keep deleting our Shines. Volcandramon's in here because of the security plus stack. ShineGreymon's here to help delete stuff and play our tamers for free. Digiburst. This Victory Greymon's in here to pretty much Digiburst and remove our opponent's threats. Really good because again, we want to remove those blockers so that ShineGreymon gets in there for that 5 lovely security swings or more. And then basically all it fears is being a Kite Breath or Gaia Force out. Because again, we will have him above the threshold of any ultimate. So again, being able to knock out 8 security is just nasty. They do not like this card at all. We play Ty in here for the fact of the matter is security +1, making him, if you can get a full stack on him, good. Because a Greymon plus Volcandramon plus ShineGreymon, that's 3 security. And if we can get the regular Agumon underneath him, he's swinging for 12. If we have a Gigamon under here, he's 13. Then 1 Sora makes him 15, which pretty much puts us over the threshold. Marcus will gain us memory so that we can keep swinging with our Greymon or get us a victory Greymon if we have to worry about blockers. But again, this guy can clear out 7 security easily just by himself if you have the game go long enough. 1 swing, Megazoo just cries against this deck because again, we can knock out all the security in 1 swing, and they really can only do is hope for, you're playing against Recovery Zoo, they have to hit every recovery, and if they're at 5 and we're knocking down like 7 security 1 turn and they can't stop this train, again, they can't stop the train. So here are some cards that you could definitely play in the deck. So you could play some Agunimons because again, Aguni is a cheap evolution to Digivolve on top of the Tamers we play. SkullGreymon's in here to delete Digimon. So Silphamon in here I recommend playing if you do Splash War Greymon in here, because again, you may add you can deal 6,000 DP killing off a blocker because of the new rules. The blocker dies before it can block, and then War Greymon can swing in for 3 security and then restand and be another alternative. If you're facing heavy option meta, bring in this War Greymon instead of Victory, because the fact is this Digimon gains the security. You can do almost a similar 3 to 4, but now you just remove the option effects, so they're really getting scared. You could also play Gallantmon if your opponent is in this, like, if you're in a heavy rookie rush meta, so that you can start deleting Digimon a little bit easier and removing security stacks without having to worry about it. We also do have Blitz in here as another option just to remove stuff. Again, Phoenixmon's in here just to be Phoenixmon. Omnimon's in here because Omnimon is still fantastic, boys and girls. There's nothing really else. You could also play Trident Revolver, which really does help out because you get to play a Tamer for its 6 costs on deletion. So deleting a Digimon is really nice. Other cards you could play, and let me go over it real quick. There are like this promo Agumon you could, because you are playing in the Greymon lines, and being able to power up your Greymon is ridiculous. And again, it's very budget friendly. To be honest with you, there's nothing that really screams like you have to have with this deck just to say like, oh, I have to play this. No, you don't. You could also play this too, Valkyriamon, just to board present wipe stuff, because again, being able to remove your opponent's Digimon is so good. You could also play Inteleamon, so especially getting this under like War Greymon, your opponent now has to, with a yellow War Greymon, restand, kill, because this isn't just a once per turn. That kills a 10k pretty easily. Nothing really stands in its way. Again, there's not much that you don't get to play with this deck. Again, you could play Volcandramon for whatever you think is justified. Like, there's nothing this deck can't do for you that Red doesn't already do and benefit for you. Yokomon's a good option. You could play Ultamon just for the fact of the matter he is a 5k, and then you can play a Rookie Rush style with this deck. Again, there's nothing wrong with this deck. This deck is very explosive, and your opponent really doesn't like when you're going to go off on this rolling effect. You're going to deal so much security because you can remove their blockers. And ShineGreymon can just get to big numbers that your opponent will not like you getting to, because the fact is you'll be swinging in for that 15 or 17 if you can get up there. Big numbers that just your opponent can't stop, even with those memory TKs. They would have to have 4 memory TKs and have you hit the ultimate. And even then, that's pushing a lot of luck. That's still, like, we're going to be at 12, 13 on our base swing. So, and then 2, 4, 6 plus, that's 20k right there. And that means they had to have all 4 TKs out just to kill this thing. And they're not going to like that because we can remove 7 security with this. And again, that's what we're going to do. So guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe in this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!